Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining our session. And then, before going into this webinar, like the first thing, what we're going to start is the customer onboarding. See, whenever I say a customer onboarding, the people who have purchased the Autodesk licenses from the resellers or from the Autodesk, the first and foremost thing will be receiving this email as an order confirmation email sent to the contract manager. So, people who are like given access as a contract manager or a primary admin will be receiving the email confirmation from the Autodesk directly to their email ID saying that the purchase order confirmation with the order details like contract number, term start date, what is the company name, who's the reseller who's supporting. In this case, ImageGrafix will be the name there. And also, not only that, you have additional details like what will be the next steps and what is the product you have purchased. See, as we move on, like Autodesk are providing only for subscription based licenses, that is single user with a named user subscription. So all your licenses will be activated by entering the email id and password. So that is how the license are delivered directly to your email id, and also it will need to be created with an Autodesk account, and you need to log in with the Autodesk account to activate it. So once you receive this email id, you will have the details about the licenses what you have currently holding and what is being processed under your company. And once this is done, then there is also another email followed by this one will be coming like called a welcome email, which is for the users who are not been created the Autodesk account the first instance. So this email will help us to create an Autodesk account in the management portal for managing your licenses. So once you have received this email where you will be given access to create an account by clicking on sign in to your account. So there will be also options for you to understand how to download your product or how to access your Autodesk account, how to assign the licenses. All these things we will be seeing it shortly now. And for further details, you can reach out to us always to the support team to us so that you can also support directly. So once you have done with this email, you will be clicking on the sign to Autodesk account where it will point out to this website called or Autodesk accounts for you to register and create a new account. So once you have end up with this landing page, it will be asking you to create an account by entering the first name, last name, followed by the same email ID which you have given access. If you are clicking it directly from the link, the email will be automatically been given here. You don't want to change it. And you will have also the confirm email ID, again retyping the same email ID and setting out the password. Here the password will have some combinations of like say 8 characters, multiple cases, and also with the numbers and not special characters. All these things need to be satisfying with the password. Once you have done by entering these details here, you will be given with a tick mark and you can go proceed with the next stage. So this is a very important stage where you're creating the account. For the people who don't have a new existing account with Autodesk, this is the first stage where you will be creating an account. So people who are not using these licenses or you are not going to work on the software, but I need to access the or manage the licenses like ID administrators, also need to create an Autodesk account. So account for registering is a mandatory one for you to manage the licenses. Once you have done with this stage, next will be the account creation process where it will be asking you to select the option. Final option will be like selecting this checkbox. It is not mandatory where you will be receiving the Autodesk news or even special offers if you are selecting this box. And once you have done with that, there will be going to the next stage, that is the verification stage. So verification stage will be sending you an email directly from Autodesk for you to verify that the same email ID has been registered is need to be access the Autodesk account. And once you have confirmed that, you will be again redirected to the sign in page where you can enter the same email ID and the password what you set before and log in. So this is a website called manage.autodesk.com. So this is a important website where everyone I ask you to bookmark it, because this is a website where you will be managing all your Autodesk licenses. So we are going to see that shortly how it's going to be work. So once you have entered that license portal, you will be given access to the Autodesk homepage where you will be managing the users, roles, Autodesk accounts, downloading the products, all these things. So starting with that, managing the users, this is going to be the first task. Because see, once an IT administrator has created, or a person who doesn't access the portal who has created an Autodesk account, will be inviting the users as a first role. So he might not be the user, might be he's a person who need to manage the account, manage the licenses on behalf of the company. Then you will be creating the Autodesk account. You will be seeing the portal of the manage.autodesk.com, and where you will be assigning the license. So the first stage will be going on to user management for Autodesk. So it starts with the administrator. If you see, this is the welcome phase where give you the details about the products, update all these things, and under that you have the user management, where there are different options. We will be starting with the by user, where you will be inviting the users under the invite users by entering the first name and last name. So we will be coming up with this in more detail in the upcoming one. So once you have done with these details, you have the roles to also to be provided here, like say primary admin or secondary admin, or those details. And once you have been inviting it, so this is the place where you will be assigning the license. So I'm going to show you in detail all these things, how to assign the license. And this is just an overview about how this user management is happening here inside this portal. So this is a place you will be seeing all the users with a different role and what is the status. And this can be also been created as something called a options called a team. We will be seeing that how to create a team or how to access it. This will help us to manage the licenses. So this is also we'll be covering in the upcoming slides. So later, once you have done with this basic things, you will be having an options to assign the licenses by also by the way of product. So there are different ways. One is user based and another one is product based. So we are showing both the options. And finally there is a group. So all these things we will be seeing it in a much more extensive way in the upcoming slides. So these are the major three options for use to access the license based on by user or by product or by group. So based on that, you can assign the licenses accordingly. So I'm just skipping the slides. So let me show you how to assign the role. See, once you have created the users, so you need to be assigning the role. So let me just show you how to assign the role. So when I say assigning the role, for you to get like a primary admin or secondary admin or SSO admin, you have to be invite the users. Once you have invited the users, by entering their role, you have options to change the role. So there are different options. As I told, the primary admin, the main point of contact for Autodesk, this is the person who will be taking the actions for renewals, or he will be receiving all the communications from Autodesk directly. And there is an option called for secondary admin. These people will be the persons who will be responsible for inviting the other secondary admins, and this role can be set only by the primary admin. So primary admin will invite the other roles like secondary admin or SSO admin or users. So once they have been invited, the secondary admin, they will be incapable of providing you the access. Like this can be the contract manager, and this can be the persons who are like in place of primary admin is not available for the time being. They can also be act as a secondary admin. The other users who are given access, like say IT administrator and also the IT engineers, can be given to the secondary admin. This is something like an example I'm giving. It can be internal team members also, depend upon your requirement, can be added as a secondary admin. Once you have done with that, you can be added as an SSO admin also. SSO admin is something like the people who are mainly responsible for providing you the single sign-on, that is called SSO. So you will have the access to create the company domain and give them the access for SSO, for you to manage the SSO access. This is a quite extensive one. If you are a company want to implement SSO, you can reach to us and we can also guide you how to do that. And finally, the user is the one who will be accessing the product. He will not have any administrative permissions. He's just a person who can access the product and download it. That's all. So this is what the main roles when it comes to user management. So when I want to add the users, see, we just saw the roles and communications. So first we will be inviting the other use roles of, like, say, primary admin and secondary admin. And secondary admin can also invite the users. That is where we kept this user adding in the later stage. So when I say user management, you need to invite the users under the manage.autodesk.com same website. Under the user management portal, you have an option called by user and by product. So you will be adding the users shortly now. So first we will start with by user. When I say by user, you will be having an option to invite users by entering their first name and last name. So this is the simple way. If you have a license of, like, say, one or two license, this will be the easiest method by entering the first name and last name followed by the email address. So you can invite the official email address or also the Gmail also you can be added. Once you added the users, you have another option called import. This is for the bulk user management. People who are having, like, say, 10 15 license or 20 license, you want to add one by one, it takes more time. So then that case you can upload the CSV file, which will be like a format of first name, comma, first name, last name, and email address, something similar to this below, and save that Excel file in the CSV format and import that file into this location called upload CSV file. So this is simple process, not that much complex. You can create an Excel and save it as a CSV and then upload it, and then click on the send invite button. This will automatically create the users as you required. So this is the main two methods for you to invite the users under the by user. That is where the invite user option is available. Once you have done with that, your users will be added to this portal automatically, and it shows the status as invited. And if there is a important thing I want to highlight here is, people who might be received the invite, sometimes they would have been not able to activate during the time. It might be expired, the link might be expired. So no need to worry about again that. So you can go inside the same user, and there is a button here called resend invite. This will send a new invite for the users who have been invited to the management portal, and using that you can add them the access again. So if you have any questions, I encourage you to put it in the question box or chat box, so that we will be taking that in the end of this one. And yes, of course, you can be putting it in the chat or Q&A. We will have a separate Q&A at the end. So once you click on this resend invite, you will be receiving that um, invitation again to the same user for you to access it. So this is what the first thing on the user ad management adding, and how to assign the access. So when I say once you have invited the users, like, you uses the method of adding the users by first name and last name or email ID. Next is the method of assigning the licenses. So when I say assigning the license, where you have options to assign using by user or by group. So now we are going to see the option of by user. So this is the usual method I would suggest you to do it. Once you have invited the user, you have an option to click here called product assignment. That is where you can click on the name or the arrow. Once you in went inside, you will have an option to assign the license by, there is an option called assigned and not assigned. See, what is the meaning of this assigned and not assigned? Mainly thing is, whatever the license assigned will be coming under here in this assigned category, and what are the available licenses. Like, say here, for example, they given as AutoCAD LT 19 seats available. So out of this 19 seats, you have options to assign it. If the customers who have, like, say, two license and already the license has been assigned, then there will be showing option called zero seats available where you can't assign. So in that case, you need to buy additional license and you need to assign the licenses. So this is how it works. So you need to have a button called here assign, and you can just click on the assign button. With help of that, it will automatically get assigned to that one. Before assignment, you have options to select the product also. Say, for example, if you want to assign all the items, you have an option to assign all items, or else you have also have an options to customize it. Like, say, how to customize it? Simple, like, there is a button here called customize. You click on the customize for you to assign only the limited functionality. Say, for example, all the users will not be required the AutoCAD web. So that case, I don't want to give them the AutoCAD web access, where as a company web cannot be given here. So I will be giving only the features of AutoCAD DWG history comparison, and you can give that one. So you can do this AutoCAD assignment, and if you don't want, you can remove by clicking on unassign. By clicking on unassign, you can remove the access for all the items. So this is what the main thing. So for assignment, so this is assign access by user. And when I say assign access by product, see, this is the second version by if their user management you're doing, and you're doing by the product. So if you want to give the product, there are options for you to go by product, where the product whatever you purchased will be listed here. Earlier you went to one single user and you have been given access. Later you want to give for the products whatever you have, and then inside that product you want to assign, you will be going into this option called by product, where you will be having options to assign the users. Once user has been invited, you can directly click on assign users, where by start typing that username, that they will be automatically listed down. Or else here also you can import. See, there are two methods as we said. So by user can also invite the users, or using the option of by product, by typing the email IDs who have been added, you can also do that. Or else there is a format for you to create the users here, that is also possible, like entering the first name space last name, and also the given them in the close bracket. So this is an option called customize. So whenever you are assigning the license, you want to give them the restricted access. See, why we are showing you this option here is, whenever all the products need not to be given access to the users, as an admin you can have the flexibility to customize it and assign as per your requirement. That is what the functionality we are trying to show it here. So not only that, here also we have the same bulk upload option, where you can upload the CSV file by entering the same first name last name and email address in this format, and save that CSV file and upload it here, and also send invite. So these both options will automatically import the user list, and once the users have been invited and assigned to the product access, you will be given invitation email directly to their email address. So currently see that they have been given invite for 4 users. And also here you have an option to customize that products. Even in the single user assignment you can customize it, even in the bulk assignment you can customize it. So that is what the main options we have given here. So once you are given assign all items, then automatically they will be coming here at the bottom with this say assign. And here you have option to unassign, to remove the licenses. So when you remove the license, the user will also receive an email saying the license has been removed. And you want to customize it after assignment, that is also possible. So here you can see that list of products whatever you have given access. Once you have given changes, you can just click on that button accordingly. See, this is the main by product. So this two things you saw, one is by user and by product. And later, now if you want to change the user roles, currently there might be a person who's a user and you want to change him as a secondary admin, or the primary admin who's working has been resigned and you want to change now the primary admin to secondary admin, you will have the option to do it. You have the management portal, and as a portal login you can log into the orders account, and you can also do that on your behalf. Or else you can also reach out to us, we can also support you on this. So if you see here in this left side, you have the options to change the user management. Under the user management, by user, you will be searching the particular user and going on to that particular team. So we will be seeing what is the team shortly. Once you have gone to the particular user, you have an option here called change role. So using this change role option, you can change the role of a secondary admin to a primary admin. And once you have done that, automatically the primary admin will be changed to the secondary admin. So this is one way of doing it, which will automatically make this new person as a primary admin for all the Autodesk related products to be related to contact. So this is what the primary admin does. And you can also invite more secondary admins similar like this. This is one of the way we are doing it. And once you have done with that, you can click save. This is an again reconfirmation saying that you want to reassign it from this person to this person. So this, once you have reassigned it, automatically the secondary admin will change it. So this permission is not given to all the persons. Only people who have secondary admin can reassign the primary admin, or the primary admin can also do that. Okay, you see here, that is how this changes has happened. And now we will go into how to manage the license. See, till now what you saw is assignment of license, assignment of the users, and how to you to invite the users, how you can assign them the access. These are the details you saw. Now you need to see that how to manage the license efficiently. See, for example, you have multiple divisions or multiple teams, where what we refer on Autodesk team I will show you. But in this case, like you want to create multiple teams, Autodesk have an option called a team, and also they have another option called group. So we will be showing you shortly both options, which is related to your requirement. You can use that options. Starting with this Autodesk team, see, this Autodesk team is mainly for you to create multiple teams to manage the licenses. People who have one or two licenses, this might not be a big option, but of course for the people who have multiple licenses, like say 20 or 30 licenses, and there are different teams available, they want to manage the license, this is the important thing. For doing this, you will be going on to the option by user or by product. Either ways, you can just go on to the particular option, and then the right side there is a wheel symbol. By clicking that, you have an option to create the team by clicking on under the action button, create team, and you have option to enter the name. This name can be customized later also. You can enter that name, like say HVAC team, or like say architectural team, structural team, like that. You can divide, like say this is a site team, project team, management team, like that. You can define the team name and then click on the create team. So first thing is creating a team. This will help us to create the team of the multiple names, which can be renamed later. So once the team has been created, later that team have an options to invite the users or move subscription. These are the two major options we can do once your team has been created. So we'll be seeing how to invite users and also how to move the subscriptions. See, when I say move a subscription, that is what the main thing, because invite is going to be the similar option. By clicking on invite user, first name and last name, as we mentioned in the earlier by user, you can do that. When I say move subscription, currently a team is a place where the license has been stored. And as we say, like giving an example, like you have AutoCAD AEC collection or PDMC collection, and you want to assign the AutoCAD for the draftsman team and the AEC collection for the BIM team. So for example, what we can do is we can create a draftsman team and invite the users there, and move the subscription which is there in the parent team to this new team called draftsman, and also same like that, AEC collection from the parent team to this new team called BIM team. So this is what I'm trying to show you here. So an example I just told you. So the same way, under this user management, we can have the options to move the subscription from one team to another team. This will help us to manage that licenses only for that particular teams. People who have a problem in managing the users, because nowadays if you have multiple licenses, management is a big task here. So when I say management, you have options to manage multiple licenses. You can find identify the licenses whatever you have under the subscription and contracts. What with the subscription contracts we will show you later. So here it will show you these details, like see here for example, there are Alex Hamilton or CAD solutions. These are the multiple teams. So you want to move the subscription from another team, so they're going into the byproduct and they're showing you the license what is there available. And from this team Alex Hamilton, they want to move it to media, so they're directly going into the team which they want to move, and selecting the options under the wheel symbol called move subscription to the team. And once it is selected, it will be asking you which team you want to move it. See, sometimes there will be options showing you which is not options to select it. During this time, this might be due to the license has been already been assigned to the users. This is one scenario. Or else this might be something like a BIM 360 account or an ACC account, which is a cloud account which has been tied up with that particular team. During that time, you can reach order support team, or else through ImageGrafix we can support you in moving the subscription. So this is how the option, once you select that particular licenses, it will automatically tell you which from the current team to new team what is going to be moving. So once this selection has been done, you can just click on the submit. So automatically the subscription from the parent team moves to this new team. So this helps you to manage the licenses under the new team called media, so that they will be easy for you them to invite the users and assign them the license only for that particular subscription. So this is very, very important for the people who are having bulk licenses, for you to manage the license effectively. So this is one way. Once you have done, just click done. Then if you go to this particular team, you will be finding out the users under where you can invite the users and assign them the license. So with that, I also showing you add users. As I told you, I'm just quickly just rushing out considering the timeline. So see here the same option as I told you. You go to the particular team which has been created newly, like new team, and you have the options to invite the users by entering the same first name and last name. And I'm just skipping this one. And once you have done with that, you will be inviting the users here. So inside that particular new licenses, you have options to assign the users once you have invited them. So the same way what we saw before, you can just type their name. It will automatically show them in the drop down. So only the people who have invited in this particular team only will be visible. So for example, there are people who are there in that another team with the primary admin, secondary admin. They will not be added here. So that is how they are giving the restriction on based on the users for based on the team. So this is one way of doing it. There is another way which is called groups. I will also show you what is that group does. So group is also one of the functionality for you to uh, assign the licenses based on a particular group. Like say here there is a classifications. Group is different and the team is different. Group is for like you to invite the people to this particular group and give them the particular product. Then what who are the people who are there in that particular group will automatically will be assigned with that particular license. So let us see how to do that. So by group, if you go here, there is an option to create a group where you will be giving the group name. Say for example here they will be giving the engineering department or something like that. So you have creating a group. Under this particular group you will be adding the users and also the product access. So you have options to add users and also you can see what is the product has been assigned to them. Same way, like if you go to add users, you have options to add the users who have been invited under the by user or by product. You can just select them, and you also have an options to upload the CSV file as we speaking earlier. So both the ways you can do that. So once you have been added the users, like see here you have options to select them. Just we are doing it for the five of the users and then just say done. So these people will be added to this particular group, these five users. So once these five users has been invited, I need to assign these five users a single product. So that case I can do with the product assignment, which we'll be seeing it shortly. So here we also have options to rename that group name, like say engineering to engineers or whatever the name you want to do, or remove the group, that is also possible. So now we will also see how to add the users here. You have options to delete the group also. So let me show you how to assign the access, that is the product access. That is we are going to see it now. So when I say assign access, group is created, users has been invited. So once you want to assign the access, you will be going under the by group, where you will be inviting the users, assigning the license. So I'm just showing you the team here. So group. So here you can see that view assignments. Currently the view assignment is 0, and it shows you the list of products which has been given available under your management the team. So you have options to assign the license. You see that once you click on the assign button, it automatically assign this AutoCAD LT to the users who are there in the team. So based on the number of users, automatically it takes those list of products. You don't want to do one by one. This is something you are doing it for the say if I want to add all the products to all the users, or I want to add some 10 numbers of people, then you can do use this group functionality to assign the licenses to all the users who are added to this group. So this is like a single time assignments. You don't want to do invite one by one. You invite them, select the product, and then assign them. So assign the selected items, it will automatically get assigned the license all this to the users who are there available. So this assignment can also be customized later in this case, as you are seeing it here. So if you don't want to remove any product, you can just click here and just say save changes. So I hope this might be a important thing like team and group for managing you the license. If you have any questions on this team and group, please do let us know in the Q&A. We will be clarifying it in more detail. So now we go into the next thing called the product access or service update. See, this is mainly for the users also, not only for the admins. Still now might be users might be thinking I'm not seeing these options at all, because users will not be given access to user management because they are the admins or the people who can manage the license, whereas the users are the only people who can access the software what is being given access to them, like downloading the product or downloading the updates. Even like once you download it, you might be needed sometimes the administrator access to install the license. So for doing that, what are the things I will just show you shortly. See, I'm giving you an overview about the product and services. So where you have what are the features available under this product and services, starting with all product and services, where you will be seeing all the list of products which have been given access, followed by product updates, where you have given access to the what product, that product updates will be available. And custom install is for the installation, that is not that much needed. I'm just showing you what is the purpose of this custom install does. And finally, active trials, people who have enabled trial under their email ID, official email ID or the email ID, will be seeing that trial details under this, saying that say 30 days trial is left, or the trial is expired, or how many days. This will be showing you, because earlier there is no simple way of downloading the trial. uh, you need to register for the trial nowadays, and you will be receiving the licenses of trial to your email ID. So you need to enter the user ID and password, same like you're activating the software using the licensed version. So all this process is going to be the similar way of doing it. So you will be activating the trial here, and once you have done with that, the next thing is, sorry, let me just, yeah, so let me show you how to download. See, for example, if you see that you are seeing all the product and services, you are searching for a particular product, like say AutoCAD, you will be logging into the website as I told you, manage.autodesk.com, and under the product and services, you will be searching a particular product. It may be AutoCAD or Revit or any product what you are being given access. You need to search that particular product. It will be showing you the list of products available there. And once you have selected that particular product, you have options to download that particular product. There are two methods, that is something called download or install. See, what is the basic difference between this download and install? I need to clarify, because most of the time people click on the install button directly, but to my knowledge, or to best practice method, what Autodesk is suggesting is you need to do a direct download. That is will be a better method. So I'm just showing you a screenshot of what are the activities. Like under clicking on all product and services, you need to search what is a product. And once you select the particular product, there is an option called view details. So you need to click on this view detail. People used to click directly on the install button. Don't do that. Please click on view details, and once you click on view details, it directly go to the next stage of the product. That is, what is the product you clicked on view detail, where it shows what are the versions available. Current latest version is 2025, and Autodesk is giving you the latest version, and also below 3 years from the latest version, like 25 and 24, 23 and 22. All these versions can be downloaded here, and product support also will be available here. If there are another 2 year versions also Autodesk is giving, like say 21 and 20, as of now they are giving you the download link, but as a product support or any support from Autodesk is not available. So if you need those links, you need to reach out to the chat support. I will be telling you how to do that also. So that is one way of doing it. So this is the way where you need to select which version you want to download. By selecting that particular version, you will be seeing what is the OS format, that is Windows 64 is all what we are using now, and what is the language. And here in this drop down, there is a drop down here called in next to install. Don't click on install, click on the drop down. You'll be seeing three options: download, direct download, custom install. See, what is this three option also I will show you. I prefer you to use this direct download. This will enable a pop-up launcher which will download the setup as an individual file, zip files. This is the best method. So let me show you how this is happening. So when I say install, so installation is the default method for Autodesk. See, Autodesk use this install method mainly for you to download the software exe, not the complete exe, only the web install exe. See the difference. So when you see this a file which is showing here AutoCAD 2023, there shows the file size of 11,000 KB, that is something like 11 MB. So this is only the setup of the installation button, which will background download the software from the cloud. So this will sometimes, if the internet is not that much good, it will have a problem in downloading. So I always not prefer to use this method. As I mentioned earlier, use the direct download method. This will download the complete exe file in a zip format sometimes, so where the entire file will be downloaded something like this, like AutoCAD 2023 English Win 64-bit 002-002. Like they have multiple files will have come with that number. I will show you how it works also. This is the best method for you to do it. And there is a final method called custom install. This is for people who have like an IT administrator who want to manage multiple installation for multiple computers, and you want to install with the updates and all these things. Then they can create a custom install method which will be creating an installation method itself for that particular uh, team, for you to create the particular softwares to be downloaded. You can create like a deployment and then you can do it. That is something like little more detail. If you have requirement on that, please do reach out to us. We will support you on that. And I'm just, as I told you, once you have do the direct download method, you will be seeing the multiple exe files you see here. For example, 001, 002, and 2 of 3, 1 of 3, like that. So what is the thing here is you need to download whatever the files you have been available. Please check what is the last file. You need to download entire files, keep it in one folder, and simple, you need to run the first file, not the entire files. Just you need to double click the first 001 of 002, then automatically it will extract the setup where it asks you to extract the location for the exe to run. So default location is C, and it can be changed. This extraction folder can be of any location. Once this has been done, the automatic extraction has been completed. Automatically the software will get start to install. So whenever you say you seeing the screen, like once your extraction is completed, you will be seeing with the screen something like start button. Once you start it, you will have options to go into the legal agreement, where you will be selecting that I agree button and then clicking on next, and then finally end up with the next stage, choosing the product where to install. And this can also be changed the location depend on the requirement. Default is the C programs, and then just click install. So this is a pretty straightforward. There is no serial number or contract number. Nothing is going to ask during the installation step. Once you are going to activate, that is where the trick is there. So I'm just going to show you that also. So once you have done with this installation button, like once you install, the software is going to install. So sometimes if this installation is not happened, then you will be end up with some error. That also you can just select to us, send to us. And once you have done with that installation, once it is completed, you will be seeing the icon which has been installed with the product. Like you can launch the product, it will be asking you to uh, three methods. One is called sign in, another one called serial number, and another one is called network license. See, people, you need to purchase nowadays. People who are purchasing here will be only the subscription based license. Some of the licenses are like, say, for old customers who have been given access with the permanent licenses, they will be having the serial number. For those customers, they need to use the serial number method. And also for the government companies or government organizations who have been given with the network licenses, those people will be giving the network license. But most of the users who are being given access for the subscription based licenses will be clicking on sign in method. So once you click on sign in method, you will be end up in this page called sign in, where you will be entering their same user ID and password where you are given access. If it's a contract manager, so as I told you, you need to create an Autodesk account as I mentioned in the earlier, and give them the access, assign them the license. They will also do the same, creating the account, and they will be entering their email ID and password. Followed by that, it will get activated. If the license has been not assigned a license properly to the end user, or the user is not having the access given, then they will be receiving with this follow-up message saying that license could not be found for this email address, and you want to sign up with the trial version. So this is what the end up message when you have not been activated the software. Once you have activated the correct username and password, you will be able to activate the software directly. It requires only the internet, nothing else. So once you have been activated, you will be given access to the product directly. For people who don't want to give the internet access, it need at least 30 days once it need to connect with the internet, then only the software will be active. If you say I activated the software and then I remove the license, remove the internet, yes, it's possible. And but again in next to 30-day cycle, it need to be connect again with the internet to work. So 30 days once it will be connected to the internet to get that system to be properly working. And finally, understand the usage report. That is where how you can track this subscription utilization or optimizing the resources. We will be seeing it. Let me just go on to that. So this is comes under the contract managers or primary admins. So this will be where each individual users can also have the options to see what are the subscription available under the subscription contracts. And also the options called reporting. Reporting will give you the details about team insights or my insights, give you what are the products you have been using, what is the functionality you are using. And if it's a contract manager, they can also see what are the products which has not been used completely, or a total summary about how many users have been using this particular product, how many are in use currently, how the usage is there, depend on the particular user. See, there are many advantage when you go for insights. You can also monitor the cloud usage. So when I say usage, you'll have the options to see what is the available options. So this is something can be exported as a report also. People who want to get the insight more in detail, you can select that particular option under the reporting and check the details here. Let me just show you again. So this also give you the options to see what are the products which are not used, inactive users. So people like say buying it bundle and they're not using it effectively, they can also be seen here, and then they give the licenses. It will be given shown here. So with that, like, I'm going into the final stage on the activation support. That is where the support resources, where if you want to give the any support on Autodesk online, you have options to select that by clicking on the question mark, or you have option at the bottom of the screen. Like I can show you that also where it is available. So here in this bottom there is a question mark before. Now there will be options like a slash bars. So by clicking on this button, you will be seeing that option. Going into this stage where you say get help, you have different stages of helping. Like you will be having the post purchase support. That is where you will be doing the first button click. You click on this, and then there are different ways like downloading help or installation, user management, troubleshooting the software, or any additional requirements. All these things can be raised as a support request to Autodesk. So we suggest you to go on to the install and activate for the people who are suffering for the access to be given, like say the troubleshooting. So you can also click this button. You can click select the product, tell what is the problem, and here is the options to see the resources. So whatever the resources, like the activation error, there are support resources available here. And even you have options to contact the support agent. Depend upon the product support, you will be end up with this page where you have options to do a live chat with the Autodesk support person, where you can chat with them and get the details. Or else you have options to call back or create a support case, which will be created with a case number and it will be sent to your email ID. This is the way how to create a support case. But you can do that from your end. You have an option to do that. But if you require any additional support, as always, as ImageGrafix is ready to support you anyway in and out. So please do reach out to us. I will show you how it can be done. So as I told you, you have seen logged into the Autodesk account. In the right side, you have resources, how to create access or how to set up the subscription. And the right side bottom, you have this symbol here. This is the old symbol question mark. Now it will be coming with something like a slash, where you will be selecting the options, how what are the supports you need: post purchase support, download any software. So automatically the chat window will be asking you what is the product you want to download, what is the installation error, or what is the version you want to do. Everything you can give here. Help with the command line, see the resources, whatever the command line resources available, it will give you. And also support agent will be creating a live chat. If you are a premium plan, that is something different. We will be giving you the access. Or else if you have the users, for you to get the support directly by logging into the support Autodesk website, product support, and select the particular product which you want to get the support, or downloading the product. So all these resources are available as default from Autodesk. You can also check there, or you can reach out to ImageGrafix. We can also support you. So the same option available here in this online. So I think with that, we will go on to the final services what Image Graphics provide to you. Just as I mentioned, the consulting services for BIM automations or BIM services, we do have a development team in-house to provide you creating plugins or the automating any task or the creating BIM libraries for the people who are working on Revit or Dynamo applications or Forge, List, all these things we do have team to do that. If you have any requirement, please do reach out to us. And as I told you, we have a training and implementation team where we do provide as a cloud products for BIM 360 and ICC, that is for people who work for project management or document management. We do have provide training services and custom integrations. And not only that, we are an Autodesk cloud partner for this cloud products. And with that, some of the accreditations which we have been delivered to our customers by aggregated, the skill aggregations, we do get aggregation directly from the customer and also from Autodesk on like say consulting, implementation, project management, the improved coordination, QS, quality safety, document management, and also for the products like docs design. These are the cloud products. And also for the general product like Revit and product design manufacturing like Inventor or Vault. So with that, some of the customers which we have trained them, I'm just showing you, and some of the aggregations which we have got from the customers and the pictures.